About the book and what was the big idea that came out of it?
Well, it was just that, you know, we rush through life so much, and I'm sort of, you know, someone obsessed with politics and all these other crazy endeavors, and the idea that you can sort of step off and take this time is sort of magical. And you sort of wake up one day and you realize if things that you want to do, that if you don't do them, you can't do them. But if you seize it, you can. And it was a great experience.
You know, and for a lot of us that have had such a fast-paced, tumultuous life in many ways, you know, Mike, I turned around at 50 and I looked back at so many people that I felt the urge to call. I got into Congress at 30, and most of the people I knew then were 50, 55, or whatever. And I realized so many people had passed away. A missed funeral in Virginia, a missed funeral in Texas, a missed funeral in California. And I wake up and stop at 50, and I'm like, my God, so much has just blown by.
Yeah, it goes by very quickly, and as it goes by, you realize I should have clung to that one aspect of it more than I did. I never really knew my father. He died when we were all pretty young, and my wife always says you could have done so much more with your life, but I couldn't have, because I spent enormous amounts of time with my boys. And I'm wondering, what did your dad want your life to turn out to be when you were 18, 20, 22?
You know, it's very interesting because, you know, he was a lawyer, and my grandfather was a lawyer and come from this long line of lawyers and judges. And he never put any pressure on me to do that at all. He was a classic dad. That he wanted me to be happy. And a lot when I was growing up in Mississippi, there was a sense that you had to get out of Mississippi. You know, those are the days, as you can appreciate, where really, as famously was said, you were behind the magnolia curtain. And so I came to New York, and I think I lived in New York for a decade before I knew anybody who wasn't from Mississippi. I mean, there was this whole expat world here. And I think now that's less urgent to leave Mississippi, but you still see it. But I think that he always worried that I went through life too fast and didn't, because, you know, he was part of that generation went through World War II, which was this sort of huge event in their lives, and I think that it changed their perspective on life. But he never put any pressure on me to do this or do that.
He just wanted you to cling to the ones a little longer. And now you are. And
he's always been very non-judgmental. You know, as he says, you know, home is a place where they have to take you, and no matter what happens, and that was a great feeling.